I do feel like in terms of Canadian identity, like the French Canadian aspect kind of like prevented us from uniting as one country, bro.
Yes, and it's not there anymore because we have all these other multicultural things.
Yeah, now it's too late.
You're basically speaking Punjab now.
Yeah,
I'm just being real. That's the national language of our country right now. If you have to learn Punjab to get in here.
There's a whole thing on that we can get into, but we won't.
No, let's go, man. Let's go.
I could get into it because I had a recent interaction this weekend while I was DJing,
things, bro. I think
there's been a report I seen. I don't know if it's a report. It's a post I seen on social media.
Yeah,
that they're deporting over 100,000,
70K,
70,000 people.
Yeah, that means 70 apartments will be available that keep 6 7.
That's what that was the post that I saw. That's cold.
I know, but let me tell you something.
That is funny.
It's not. Because
but what's up with that? Is that happening?
I don't want to say I hope because because I wouldn't want to say that.
Salute to our South Asian brethren.
Yeah, no, because you got the ones that have been here for 20 year plus.
No, don't deport them.
30 year plus. No, you can't.
Yeah, no, they're
Those
Canadians.
are the ones that are actually mad.
They're Canadians.
That the ones that are coming here from school and then they're remember these people's parents back home are taking their land, whatever farming they have to do. Whatever loans and taking them out to send these worthless kids over here. And then these worthless kids come from there and they see the life we're living here and they start falling victim.
Hold on, stop.
Yeah.
Why are you worthless?
Worthless is crazy.
Worthless. No.
Give some explanations.
No,
because
the worthless part comes into play is because they understand they get the free education here, but what is happening is they're falling victim to the Western side of living. So they're let's say they're drinking now. Right? They're not going to classes anyways.
They're having premarital sex.
Exactly. And they're and on top of that, they're going to jobs that are low paying. And then they get comfortable and they're staying, right? And then a lot of them aren't doing nothing with the money. They're not even sending it back to the parents who have taken the loans out and all that. It's a lot going on, right? So to me, I'm like, they can say, okay, if you go to the exhibition right now, a lot of like kids from the inner city neighborhoods don't have jobs. And it's more going towards people who just are coming for a little span of time those used to help those kids who are going into high school. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, I did a summer job here. So when they go to somewhere else, Tim Hortons has lowered remember, I asked you how many mistakes did they make, right? Language barrier is a big thing here in our country right now.
But, with the the exhibition place, do the average Canadian kid want the job at the exhibition place anymore?
Yes, they do.
They used to want them. Once upon a time, they did.
Yeah.
But now these little niggas want to be content creators,
or they want to do drop shipping, or like something a little more efficient. Because like, why am I going to work for $14 an hour when I could just?
It's different time. Maybe even like 5 years ago, even that was like maybe the cutoff point for where kids were like, yo, I want to go work at the X and get a summer job. Now the summer job is I'm a streamer.
Or like I've even seen kids like, yo, I'm a barber. Like they're more like on like some active hustle. Where
like my daughter doing the same thing. She's doing hair, right? So it's the same. I get it because they're figuring out there's no space for them.
Are they, or they just don't want the jobs?
There's
and
no
like,
space for them.
Those people are filling those jobs because they're like, ain't nobody else taking the shit.
What if those? And now it's become a low paying job.
Yeah, now those people made that job into a job you don't want.
You don't want.
There's
that's what's happening.
But it's like the chicken before the egg, like, or what came first? That's what we got to figure out.
They're doing it for a check. The kids that were born here are doing it. We're doing it so that later on they can the job that they really want to get can see that they've been working since the age of 13, 14. Right? Where it makes sense. These guys are just coming here for a check to send $100. They pay $200 for a room and it's like 4 mans in one room. And then they're sending the rest of their money back home, right? We're having a cost of living situation where maybe that 15-year-old has to help their single parent mom pay for some stuff in that home now.
Yeah,
right?
but
and they're not getting that job.
And I'm just trying to play devil's advocate here, just to give both sides here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is that on the side of the people who are emigrating here, like the South Asian people? Because that's specifically that a lot of the conflicts. Hold on, let me finish.
Yeah.
Right? Is that on them, or is that on the government making the cost of living so high that 3, 4, and 5 people have to live in the house? You know what I'm saying? And it's not just the people who are immigrating here, people who've been living here forever. Like, it's expensive to live in this city, man. You know what I'm saying? Is that on them or is that the government who made the prices too high?
Well, it's the government because of now they've seen how easy it was to manipulate a certain group of people to come here and work for free, pretty much. I believe there are modern day slaves just behind a check.
I feel like it's hard to like.
They're coming for a check. They're not coming for the way of living. The way of Canadian living was a peaceful way of, hey, you talk to your neighbor, you say hello. They sang the Canadian national anthem in the morning at school. That doesn't go down no more. Go to a school for a day. That's not going down.
What?
They sing it in Punjab. My daughter told me that. My daughter goes to a school with predominantly.
They sing it in Punjabi?
They're singing the Punjabi. Wait. What the hell? Thank you. Walk off a set. I feel to do the same thing. It's a serious thing I go on here, dog. Send them blood clot back home. Go back home. Because at the end of the day, right, the agriculture side to our living here isn't improving, and most of them are farmers, right? They're going into security. People still getting shot. You know what I mean? When you go to a mall or something, stuff is still getting stolen. So how much security are they doing? It's really, you go down to Dundas Square now, it's not like how it used to be where you can see a whole wide spread of people. No, bro. People are complaining about poo in the sands at beaches and stuff like, brother, what kind of thing is this going on? This
Somebody
is not
try to fight me in the comments on that too.
This is not the Canadian way of living, bro. The Canadian way of living is being peaceful with your neighbor. A lot of guys I know work amongst them, and they don't even speak to the people that have been there before them who speak English.
They don't want to be Canadian.
They don't want to be Canadian. All right, there's a way of being Canadian. And the ones that were here since the 80s, who I grew up with, the little turban kids playing hockey with me on the side road, who are now English speaking, have kids that are born here. They're not the problem, bro, because they came here and they made it the Canadian way. Yes, they may have had to drive cab, but that paid their way to get their home, and now they live and they send their kids to university. You know what I'm saying? That's a different way. Now, different. I love all my people, but.
Yo, blast this, bro.
I wanted to take off my hat, but I don't have a fade. So wait, should I take a knee?
The French version. You have the French version. I can sing the French version too. All right, that's what it is.
It's the French version.
I love the French version. I love the French version.
I don't even remember the words.
It sounds like Castle Frank and like Je m'appelle. Like I don't even know the words, so I had to describe random words that I knew.
Episode 500 is a real Canadian podcast.
No,
man.
I'm telling you. Now I know they have the Punjab one too. So I'm just saying it's a little bit different for the kids growing up now, right? Because they're in competition with kids that their parents don't even want to be here. They're just here for a check, get in, get out, ruin the place, doo-doo on the place. You know what I'm saying? Mash up the place, and then we'll talk.
I want to.
You know what I'm saying? Sorry, man.
I want to tell y'all a story I had with Punjabis this weekend. So I'm not going to say which college, but it was in Brampton. Okay, I was DJing for like their orientation, Frosh Week kind of thing, right? And, I'm playing regular tunes. I understand that this is like a majority Punjabi area, and normally like I succumb to the request and I just play all their songs, and it's always like just a terrible experience because I'm downloading all these songs and there's like a group around me at the booth. But today I was like, you know what? We're in Canada right now. You know what I'm saying? Bro. I'm not just gonna run Punjabi music because you guys want me to, I'm gonna run what I want. I even threw some naturally in there that I maybe would have played like Jalebi, even a 1-2 Sidhu. But then I started saying no, like I was like, yo, like I'm not taking requests right now. Bro, these mans, some of them came to me repeatedly Same guy. I'm like, yo, I already told you no. Some of them sent a pretty girl to do the request.
Nice.
Didn't work. I saw it right away because then they walked back to the dude. I'm like, I knew this guy sent this girl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And some of them, like, there was this entitlement because, like, they have strength in numbers. They have an entitlement when it comes to Canada. Like, they're like, we have to hear Punjabi songs right now. And don't get me wrong, I don't mind Punjabi music. I like it, but it's like, I feel bad when like other people who are non-Punjabi are walking by and they just see it like as like this Punjabi party, and now it feels like exclusionary. Whereas like if I'm in Canada, yo, you play dance hall, pop, rap, even a little bit of like, you know, like different types of stuff, reggaeton, even a little bit of Indian, you know what I'm saying? Reggaeton, like that's just what we play here.
Yeah.
Can I be real? I'm around a couple of them too. Another day I had to look at one of them and be like, you guys are biting us. How do I know you guys aren't repeating like a rap song that's like famous, like to us? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a big rap song to us. But then their artists are like taking the element from it and like, you know what I mean? Like, and then they're blowing up with their side of things because they don't understand like our sound kind of you get what I'm saying? Like they take the sound, they'll take the drill sound,
Punjabi-fy it.
But like literally, I was like the other day, one of the songs sounded like it was Movado. I was like, hold on, this sounds like reggae. And I was like, what's he saying? He's trying to tell me, oh, it means this and that. I'm like a whole bunch of flipping nothing to me. I was just like, this song sounds like a whole bunch of nothing, but it sounded like a song that I've heard before on the English side of speaking. So how do I know they're not stealing English songs and redoing them in Punjab?
Well, I think there's like a lot of countries, not just like, you know, South Asian countries and stuff, like a lot of countries mimic certain styles of hip hop and reggae that they hear over here or in North America and just translate it and have their own version.
Same with rock.
So
rock
they're not taking the same song. They're just they're not.
Sometimes they do though. Sometimes they take the same chord progressions, the same vibe.
How do we know?
But the lyrics, like, I don't think they're like redoing like Movado's lyrics. You know what I'm saying? They're just like
maybe the rhythms and the melodies actually.
Yeah, they might be doing the same melodies. They're trying to like, because like, gotta remember, they're watching from the outside, watching hip hop and saying, yo, this is the cool shit. So this is what I like to listen to. So, but I don't understand it or we don't speak that language. So I'm going to make our own version in, you know, Swahili even or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their own version of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Yugoslavia. Everybody has their own version of hip hop.
I hear you, but then do they like us?
Yes, that's why they make the music, because they like our shit. You know what I'm saying?
But liking your shit is different from liking you.
Yes, but you know, that's a whole different story.
That's individual to individual basis.
It's like it can't be put that on a whole on a whole people. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like not everybody in that country don't like black people. You know what I'm saying? Well, there's some people who do, and then there might be a bunch who don't. But like not everybody in every country is like, I don't like that whole race. You know what I'm saying?
It's true, but
that's just racist.
But I had to think to myself, how do I know they're not biting the music? How do I know he's not?
They are biting the music, but they're doing their own interpretation of it.
Directly repeating the words we're saying, but they're saying it in Punjab. Like that's how I feel sometimes when I hear the tune them now.
Hey, there might be a 50 Cent in the club Punjabi version. You know what I'm saying?
And he stole it word for word.
You got to learn Punjabi. That's the only way.
No. You know what I did the other day? I put on my translator on them. They were talking shit about me, dog.
Really?
Yeah, man. What do you mean?
They're like that dusty guy.
Yeah, they're like, yo, this guy's bad news. That's what they said about me, bro. You put on the translator and let it talk, and then you get it back in English.
Well, listen, man.
That's what you gotta do.
Salute to all our South Asian people.
No, salute.
Here.
I love them. Salute Roach Killer. All the man them.
Yeah, man.
Bam, bam.
But there's definitely been a ongoing conflict, and I think it's due to just like a heavy immigration that's happened over the last few years. That it was kind of like just no rules and regulations on it. You know what I'm saying?
Overwhelming amount of people at once.
Yeah.
We love hip hop.